So, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to H.O.R. Season 10, Round 9 around France. I'm joined today by the lovely Mitch.
Yes, good evening, Mike. How are you, man?
I'm good, Mitch. How are you?
That's good. Good, thanks, man.
No problem. So, we had an interesting week last week. We had Canada and Baku, two very
Yes.
good tracks for overtaking, and we're joined by another great track for overtaking at France. We saw, was it, who won at Canada? Brock won at Canada, and Name Changer won at Baku. So, another
Yes. Can
winner and then another
yes.
win for Brock. Do you think the same will be repeated today? Or do you think
Ah,
we'll have another
we,
new winner? Or a repeated winner like Jensen or Tyne?
yeah. Well, let's see how it goes. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite tight. Yeah, was quite interested at Canada as well last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes.
Definitely. France track which creates a lot of issues regarding time penalties. I know the track limits here are very, very strict. Um, So I think we could see a lot of penalties today. So the bonus point for no penalties will only go to a few people. Another thing we have to note is we might have a new pole position taker because I feel like a lot of the quicker guys are going to start on that medium tire because the
Okay. No,
soft it
good.
lasts not very long. That is the
Yeah.
consensus I am hearing. 27 laps, I believe there is in this race, and yeah,
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hopefully we can see how it goes. Hopefully George Russell can pull it out of the bag as well, aka I think Mikey, eh? Yeah.
yeah,
So
Mr.
yes,
Saturday
Mikey,
on a Friday.
Mr. Saturday on a Friday,
Good
as you
evening,
said.
boys in the chat. Um,
Yeah. Good
yeah,
evening.
Stephen brings up a good point. ERS is going to be very, very crucial around here. The
Yeah.
DRS train is also going to be very crucial. It's simply if you're in a DRS train, very hard to fall out of such a thing. The other thing you gotta remember is there is one, two, three, maybe heavy braking zones where you can save your ERS, but a lot of the corners are flowing, so you're not gonna save much. It's definitely a
Mm.
track in which you're always almost negatively using your ERS. So whoever can hold on to theirs the longest, maybe keep in the DRS train and not use it to stay in the DRS train. So probably if there's a train of about 4 cars, the person in second in that train will be in a very good position.
Yeah, no, for sure, really.
But we are about to get underway. I saw one driver leave, so I'm sure we'll just get that up him back in, whoever it was. But Brock still leads the championship, Mitch, and he doesn't look like he's going to slow down anytime soon.
Yeah, no, true,
So do you think Brock will win tonight, or do you have a new prediction on
Yeah.
who?
Yeah, could go either way, Maybe Brock. Yeah, maybe Brock, and maybe name changer or Tan.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Jensen will be there. But yeah, no, I think he will. But yeah, I can't say for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. I think going off time trial, Chris seems to be competitive more so than he has been in the last few weeks. Jensen always up there. Name changer always up there. Vapor, I hope to see a good performance from him this week. He didn't get much going his way at Baku and he didn't show up for Canada, so hopefully he can do relatively well and perform. Another thing we
Yeah,
have to
no.
note is we are joined by a reserve driver of SNRS Jelly, as you may remember as Jelly Haze, or
Yes.
he had a sausage name, didn't he? I forgot what it
Yeah.
was.
Scary sausage,
That
isn't it?
might be the one. But
I would
his
have to look
third
it up.
name change, and he's back.
Yes.
So hopefully, there's usually a good chance of rain around here. So maybe a wet qualifying could to spice things up. I think there's a good chance of that happening. Obviously, we are joined by Pedro, aka Mr. Crash.
Okay.
And just a quick highlight before we get into any action here. Just would like to remind everyone that OTL is back on Monday. So that will be live streamed on the channel this coming Monday. And if you're interested in taking part in that, please do let us know. But Mitch, we are underway here, and it is a
Yes.
dry qualifying. So we'll see very
Nice.
quickly if it's going to be a wet race due to the tire selection. A lot of guys staying in the garage, which to me looks like it could be a wet race.
Oh, yeah, let's see, eh? We would have to just wait and see how it plays out.
Definitely, but the fact that no one is coming out, CPT O'Reilly does select the medium tires, and there's one car out in front of him. I think it might be Jelly or Lewis. It is Lewis. So, a lot of softs, Mitch. I'm seeing an awful lot of
Yeah,
softs, which gives
looks.
me an idea that we could see some rain. Also,
Yeah,
guys
I
might be
think so.
doing a run on the soft to get rubbered in and then do a medium lap later. So, still a lot to be shown, but at the moment, a lot of the drivers holding their cards behind their back.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, just put some fuel, a little bit extra fuel in the car. Uh, yeah, well, I don't know, is because that's how slow I'm in the game. I'll put, if I want to do soft, put a bit of fuel. If I want to do harder tires or whatever tires later, I will empty the tank and set it. But
Definitely.
anyway, yeah, we will see.
So, a
But
quick.
yeah,
We must have a funeral, Mitch, for our fallen soldier. Uh, Mr. Gingerbosh
uh,
has left us, and yeah, it's a very sad day for us all. Not really, though, because he
yeah,
was
no,
so
it
slow.
is.
But may he
Yeah, no,
rest in peace.
always coming last,
Yeah.
yes, no, yeah, he was always consistently, roughly, in the middle. So good performance, I must say.
We are sad
Um,
to see him go. So Jelly has left the session now. Will that be a lag out, or will that be go to get a wet setup?
go and get a win setup.
So Lewis currently doing a 22.2 in the first sector, which is a respectful time, I believe. And then we ride on board for this super long straight. And this is going to be crucial to the race of many drivers, this long straight. If you have good straight line speed, you may be able to claw back as much as 5/10 without using any ERS deployment down that straight, which is nuts.
This, thanks.
49.7 for Lewis into the sector 2 split. I love this corner, Mitch. The long swooping right hander. If you get it right, it feels amazing in qualifying. Can be a
Yeah,
bit of a dog in the race, can't lie. But
yeah,
definitely good in qualifying. Lewis has done a great job here not to invalidate, and I think he will give us a final lap here and a good one at that. He does not invalidate, so once he doesn't back out, it's going to be a represent time, and a 1:29.1.
Not bad lap time for him.
So another thing we have to remember is the finish line is pushed back on this game compared to the last one. So we have a maybe remember that, because I know there I was about to say the lap time before it even got posted. So Lewis, a good lap time. Pelly has invalidated the lap, so has Boltzmann. Vapor is gonna complete a lap on the softs and do a 1:28.6. So that's a good lap by Lewis if Vapor is only 5/10 ahead of him, Mitch.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Yeah, we will see.
Brock does a 1:33, and I can promise you at that is sandbagging. SPW a 1:32.0, so that is also sandbagging.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
There's a
Maybe
Williams.
it won't be for me to sandbag about it, but anyway, yeah.
So Mitch, do you have the full track map?
Yes.
Track map. I was getting my two words mixed up there. I don't know what I was doing. So you have
I
the full
wanted to say something else, but
track
anyway,
map
yes.
up. So
Yes.
we've been told we have to watch out for track limits. So skipping corners, stuff like that, on in and out
Okay.
laps. So if you do see it, don't be afraid to bring it up. It shouldn't be a problem right now, but come the end of the session, you know, people kind of
people are gonna
want to make that final run. Thanks,
no.
Mikey. It is a dry race, Mitch, so maybe guys just
What?
taking their time to come out.
Really, it just seemed like it's gonna be wet, and that
Yeah.
would be nail in the coffin, man. Like, really. I don't want dry race.
So
Okay. No.
I thought Brock was coming out of the pits, but he wasn't, tying a 1:28.2. So good lap by
Okay,
him,
that's
Mitch.
definitely not sandbagging.
I don't know, to be honest, the pace of these guys, I wouldn't even be surprised if it was proper. But we'll ride on board with Name Changer and do a proper flying lap. Ooh, I've noticed this with Name Changer. He's always quite loose with the back end of his car. It never seems fully planted. He really chucks the car in, kind of Fernando Alonso style, using all the track there on exit of that corner. Down the very, very long straight. You can see two cars going through the chicane. We'll ride on board with Name Changer as he goes through the chicane. Elects for third gear, which is an interesting gear to choose at that corner. Some people maybe will opt for fourth gear, just to save tires, save a bit of fuel in the race. But this is qualifying. You must eke every bit of performance out of the car. So Mitch, with 10 minutes to go, do you have any favorite for pole position?
Between
We'll see what Name Changer does here. Does he back out of the lap, or does he stay with it? He's gonna stay with it, and that is pole position for Name Changer, a 1:27.3. And now, I thought this was gonna happen, Mitch. If a lot of guys start choosing that soft tire, it forces the guys on the medium to maybe think what they're doing. Not fully jump, because the medium's a very good race tire, but you really, really don't want to be totally outmatched. It's all well and good if you have 50-50 split or something like that, but the worst thing these guys on the mediums can do is if they're about where Lewis is, and Lewis is going to be quick at the start of the race, he's on the soft tires, he maybe leaks off vapor for 1 or 2 laps to DRS. All of a sudden, the guys like Name Changer are 10 seconds up the road by the time Name Changer needs to take a pit stop. Yes, the medium guys get to go longer, but 10 seconds is a lot of time you gotta make up.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And he's gonna get somewhat of an undercut. Maybe not a huge one, but somewhat of an undercut. And that is crucial. If that gap goes to 14, 15 seconds, Name Changer's in a very, very nice position.
Yeah, no, true. How many seconds is, sorry,
The pit stop,
the pit lane
I
here?
don't really know. I'm gonna
Must
guess
be about
20. It's not a long
20.
pit lane, but when you think of maybe the speed of which the cars are going,
It's
in between
yeah,
20,
no.
24 seconds, I would probably estimate that. And Vapor
So
invalidates
name
his
changer,
lap.
yeah, name changer could be getting while the other guys pit, he will overtake them or something like that. I don't know. If they fall away like
Yep.
10, 15
It's
seconds.
all about what Name Changer can do. And if he can get Tyne in the DRS and pull him along with him, you know, it just creates more and more obstacles for the guys on the mediums. We'll see now, Chris is going out on the mediums, so is Brock. But
yeah,
this lap time is crucial. What does Brock do? Jensen is 1.3 seconds slower than Name Changer on that lap. Let's see what Brock does. It's he's slower than Jensen, so things are not looking good for the medium runners. If
yeah,
Mikey
no,
only has to improve by 3/10 and he jumps Jensen. So, look, I don't know, maybe the more soft runners we see, the more I would probably doubt this medium strategy and if it's gonna work. Because remember, the soft tire, as much as it goes off, if you have a 10-second gap by the time your tires start to fall, and then they maybe close it to about 5 seconds, you're still looking at a sizable gap, Mitch, and the likes of Name Changer aren't going to let you close that gap too easily. That is for sure. So Mikey has literally matched his time down to a T, improving by 1,000th of a second.
Sure.
The only hope I have for these medium guys is that at the moment a lot of other people are choosing to go medium, so they might not have that much traffic to go. Another thing to note, Mitch, is turn 1 around here. It's very narrow, isn't it? So off the start, Mikey may be 2/10 slower than Jensen, but off the start those soft tires could be very, very quick, and turn 1 can be quite a big problem if you don't have that much grip.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
So, who is currently... See, these guys are helping the medium runners. SPW, Skarma, JNTX, Chris is on an out lap, but these guys are all kind of working for the medium guys because they're not putting in a lap time that worries them. You know, there's nothing there. You know, SPW is not going to jump Jensen on the medium, so Jensen can feel pretty safe in P4. I think he'd feel pretty much on it that he could win this race, very much so. I have a feeling, Mitch, that these two Haas drivers, Chris and Pedro, could be about to give each other a bit of slipstream. I'm watching the track map. Pedro is maybe speeding up now. No, he's slowing down. I'm watching you, Pedro. I know what you're doing. And Name Changer goes even faster, Mitch. He's now a
Yikes.
second clear of the closest driver. Chris opts
Oh, they're
not
not
to
helping.
take the slipstream of Pedro. Interesting. Maybe just Chris wanting to get his lap edit away, just know his own pace.
Maybe if Pedro sticks behind Chris and stuff like that, Chris will help Pedro out a little bit more.
Yeah,
Which I
maybe.
don't mind, like, go for it, man.
Definitely. Pedro needs all the help he can get, that is for sure. Good evening, Mr. Shadows. I thought you were going to be nice for a second there. My heart skipped a beat and then fell. So, Chris, currently coming around the last corner, looks like a relatively clean lap so far. We've kind of been talking over it, but to the line, he should be in that 128 section. A 128.4 makes him the fastest guy on the medium tire. I told you he had a bit of pace in reserve here, Mitch, and he's certainly done that. 4 tenths quicker than Brock, 2 tenths quicker than Jensen, and will not have to crucially go on another lap on those tires. Is Tyne just not done a good lap, or is he genuinely so far off the pace?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Name Changer seems to be absolutely rapid, but the other guys don't seem to. Other than Chris, I don't know how big of the delta gap there is on the tire, but maybe 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4? Maybe, I don't know. But we're seeing guys come out for the last lap, and this is where things get. You have to get things nailed on here as we ride on board with Pedro. Give him a bit of screen time because he'll never get it in the race. Name Changer is retired in the pit lane, so he's allowed to do so. But here comes Pedro to complete his lap. What will this be, Mitch? Where do you think on the board? Where will he go?
130.
130. That would be a respectful lap time by Pedro, and it is a 129.6. So good job by him. Brock has retired on track, maybe fearing he's not going to get a lap in. We have quite a lot of guys on track at the moment. An absolute load of drivers on track at the moment. Boastman, no, Jelly has retired from the session. So Jelly and Boastman not setting lap times here. Mikey was a 10th up the last time we saw. And where will he go? He jumps up to P3, and that is a really good lap from
Mr. Saturday,
Mikey.
Mr. Fourth.
Yes, Mr. Fourth. I'm gonna say Tyne has a good few tenths in this lap because look at Vapor. P2. 6 tenths clear of Tyne, and that's not like Tyne. Jensen's invalidated his lap. Brock and Chris have retired, so that is the medium order. Will they be jumped? This is crucial that Lewis and all these guys on the softs jump them. And at the moment, Lewis a 10th up. That's all he needs, a 10th in each sector. And he becomes a worry for Jensen and Brock. Pelly also on a lap, but he has invalidated. CPT O'Reilly also a 10th up, but Lewis I think is going to be one of the only guys that improve. Tyne is up by 5 tenths. He
SPW
could be in for a good lap here, Mitch.
Yeah, no, where's Tom? Okay, cool. Third.
He's currently in P3. He'll be looking to jump Vapor and maybe challenge Name Changer. So, Tyne, wringing the neck out of this car. Whereabouts will he go? Looks like a very, very clean Sector 3. Very good last corner. Opens the DRS on time. And where does Tyne go? It is P2 for Tyne. Lewis has crashed and that's not good. Anyone else about to set a lap? Boastman invalidates his lap. And JNTX can only go P13. So, at the moment, we have Name Changer, Tyne, Vapor, and Mikey all on the soft. Lewis, Pelly, and CPT O'Reilly. No, Pelly is on the medium, but CPT O'Reilly and Lewis also on the soft. Chris, Jensen, Brock, and Pelly all on the mediums inside the top 10. So there was that 50-50 split. I think Chris is in a great position to win the race. It's all going to be about that opening stint, Mitch. So, Name Changer takes pole position from Tyne, Vapor, Mikey, Chris on the medium, Jensen on the medium, Brock on the medium, Lewis on the soft, Pelly on the medium, CPT O'Reilly on the soft, and the guys with free tyre choice are SPW, Pedro, JNTX, Garma, Jelly, and Boastman.
Yeah, no, not bad, man. Congrats, guys. Sure. Flipping good, man.
Not bad at all. So, star performer has to be Mikey. I mean, he got in that P4, he got the few tenths he needed, and he
Yeah,
looks
really
pretty
good.
good. This battle of
Really good.
Chris, Jensen, and Brock, I didn't expect Brock to be quite so far away from the
Yeah,
pace.
it's like don't want to say, but like, can you say a Nico Rosberg?
Okay.
No, no, not for retirement and stuff like that. But I don't know. No, it's too early. Brock, I'm just joking, man. Yeah. So
I'm sure you'll appreciate your comment, Mitch. But, so, with about 5 minutes till race start, we have a 5 minute break, Mitch.
yeah, 5 minutes.
Who out of that qualifying do you think surprised you the most?
Yeah, Chris did quite a good performance, to be honest. I think you mentioned it, eh?
Yeah,
Like
he was a
Chris.
128.4, which was 1/10 of being in the top four on the medium, which is quite a great lap time for him. It puts
Yeah,
him
not
in
bad.
prime position to win the race on the medium tire. So definitely a good one for him. What we need to watch out for here is safety cars. That could jumble up things an awful lot.
Yeah, no, true, eh? We have to watch out for them. Yeah, but hopefully, so guys, please put on a big show for me and Mike, especially for me, lol. Yeah, also I'm going to say night night, so yeah, yeah, anyway, no,
You heard it here first. An interesting race will make Mitch stay awake. So please do so
yes,
I'm not alone. So on the hard tires, we currently have Pedro, JNTX, and Boastman. Medium tires, Jelly, Skarma, and SPW. It's at the top 10. Obviously, the top 10 on the original starting tires.
yeah,
Yeah, it will be very interesting, Mitch, to see where this goes.
yeah, no, let's see how it goes, eh?
Mikey's not an easy car to pass, so Chris might be
Mm,
in a spot of bother for maybe 1 or 2 laps. Then he has to try and catch Name changer, Tyne, and Vapor. So name changer was about a second and a half quicker than Chris in quali, which means you can expect around about the same pace at the start of the race, because name changer will be pushing relentlessly to get that gap. A two-stop is utterly out of the question around here. Pit lane's too long for it, in the sense that you lose a lot of time, and then also it's 27 laps, so you're not really gaining much.
Yeah, no, true.
But with a safety car, it does become possible. You could ditch the soft tires very early on and go medium medium maybe, or are you okay,
Yeah,
Mitch?
I'm fine. Don't worry. All good. Just tickle in my throat or something.
No problem. I'll be interested to see how quickly Name Changer can maybe break the DRS to Tyne, because that was a bigger gap than I expected between them two.
Yeah, no, true.
We have a wild ginger bush in the chat, Mitch.
Oh, how's the ginger bush?
No, no, no.
How's it going?
He is an enemy of the state, Mitch. We don't
Oh,
talk to him.
okay.
The ginger bush is the brown bush, because he is. I'll let your imagination run wild with that one, but
Yikes.
from hero to zero in the space of a week for ginger bush. But anyone else changed onto the hards? Nope. Oh look, here's like P10. Ginger bush could have started in between here. I mean, Dan, I can feel as brave as I want, because I know at the end of the day, you're not going to do anything, because you bottled it. You left the league. You can't return from that. You are a hero when you bet me. We did have a timer. There we go. Guys are here. I was too
Boss,
busy looking at tires and stuff there.
it's all
Interval,
good.
tire, enabled, full track. So, this will be an interesting formation lap. Will name changer go quickly or slowly? It remains to be seen. I'd say he'll go about medium pace. Remember, Mitch, we have to watch out for people like Pedro doing what
Yes.
he's doing and slowing down the pack in the midfield. If they
Oh,
do this too much during the formation lap, they will be penalized,
yeah.
because you
Well, at
are.
least he's not. Yeah.
Go ahead.
At least he's not second last for now, eh?
Yeah, but that's the crucial thing you've just said. For now. It's the truth and it's everything. So JNTX maybe needs to hurry up a little bit. He looks relatively close to Pedro, but not too close. So, name changer. Pole position, Mitch. Looks very quick, but how long will the soft tires last? He is an esport challenger, so he's a very quick guy, so he might be able to make this work.
Yeah. No, we will see, eh?
Hopefully
Did
he.
both men set a lap? Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, he did a 143 point something, so
Oh, okay,
it,
okay, okay.
it wasn't really a competitive lap, but so the AI should take control of Name Changer's car any moment now. Just there, we saw the throttle blip. So to everyone watching, please do like and subscribe. It does mean an awful lot. We're one subscriber, I believe, away from 110.
Yes. boys, girls.
From being
Awesome.
under 100 for so long, we're already 1/10 of the way to 200. So that would be greatly appreciated if you are new around here. But we are getting underway here, Mitch, now. So I can't see the lights. It won't give me a good angle. Have to, there we go. We have 3, 4, and 5 red lights. And away we go. Looks like a very, very good start by Name Changer and the 2 Red Bulls. A lot of action in the mid-pack. Will everyone look clean? We're right on board with Name Changer. He gets through okay, but I think Jensen almost gets past Chris and now gets boxed in. And Jensen and Brock are side by side. And Brock has got that move almost done. Jensen sticking the nose in. But it looks relatively okay for now. Jensen coming back in the slipstream, showing off he has a bit more straight line speed. Chris is looking to have a go at Mikey, but cannot do so. Jensen around down the inside, which turns to the outside, and that's going to allow Brock to pull away. Will Lewis now have a go at Jensen? No, Jensen seems to have gotten a good bit of traction out of that corner. Another man making moves in the pack seems to be Boastman, up to P12. So Jensen doing a good job here, seemingly having the pace advantage over Brock, but not able to get past as of yet. Pelly and Lewis quite close there. Oh, a bit of touchy. And Pelly picks up a 3-second time penalty already. So Chris looks like he's a lot quicker at the moment compared to Mikey, but you can see Mikey has still got that 1 second gap to his teammate in front, so he should be relatively okay in keeping Chris behind for another lap or two. If you look at the gaps, Chris is already about 3 seconds behind Name Changer, which in 1 lap is pretty nuts.
And he is the leading.
Oh, not a great exit there for Jensen, and that's going to let Brock pull away. Against a guy like Brock, you cannot give him anything, because he won't give you anything. But Mikey now outside 1 second of his teammate. He has Chris still behind, but forever losing time to the front pack. So Chris, interestingly enough, so he was about a tenth slower than Mikey in qualifying, and at the moment he seemingly is about 2/10 slower in the race. And we have a yellow flag in sector 3. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's Pelly. It is Pelly. Off track. Getting back on well though. So I wonder what happened there for Pelly. But yeah, back to what we were saying. Chris looking to be a go at Mikey this lap. He has the DRS this lap. Let's check in on Tyne and Name Changer. Name Changer burning the ERS to a crisp, trying to break that the DRS of Tyne. But Tyne 60% to play with. This could leave Name Changer open for attack. Jensen will also be looking to go ahead. What were we saying, Mitch?
No, go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so Chris looking to get the move done on Mikey. Jensen looking to get the move done on Brock. Will be interested to see just how effective these overtake buttons are going to be for today. And Chris has decided not to attack Mikey on this lap. Now, remember, this could cost him a second a lap here. Is seemingly the gap between Mikey and Vapor. It seems to be going up relatively consistently on that basis, but so Chris cannot afford to stay too much behind Mikey. It's elbows out time really for Chris. Jensen staying behind Brock. SPW kinda holding down this midfield P8 spot with Mr. Boastman behind him on the hard compounded tyre. So one of the Ferraris, Pelli, not having a great start, but Pedro, look at him. One more overtake, which is going to happen this lap, Mitch, and he is gonzo into second last. We said it wouldn't be long. It has been about 4 laps, and it looks like it's going to happen this lap. So we're right on board with Mikey and Chris, and this time Chris is a lot closer. 7 tenths the gap between
Chris.
Vapor and time. Here we go. Easy overtake. How much time has he lost from sitting around to make that an easy overtake? 2.5, 4 seconds in 4 laps is... Look, it's a good gap, but it's all about how quickly he can catch the cars in front now. If he's still losing time, that could cost him later on. So Brock, interestingly enough, is 2.3 seconds behind Chris. So Chris seemingly has good pace on these medium tires. Jensen lacking a killer instinct maybe to get past Brock, who has half the ERS of Jensen. Jensen is not deploying this overtake. He's playing it safe.
He's being wise with that, to be honest.
Chris is gaining on Vapor, so the medium tires already showing their worth.
Come on, Chris.
He's lost a few tenths there. Maybe the gap was just a bit glitched. So Jelly gets past his teammate, Pelli gets past Skarma and Pedro, and that is Skarma into second last. So Jensen needs to just also get his elbows out here, because he's, you know, he was quicker than Brock in qualifying. He needs to back himself, doesn't he, Mitch?
Yeah, no, he does, eh?
Maybe he has the stream open because he is going for it this lap, and it looks like he will get the move done. He sent it to the inside. This time Brock isn't able to hold it there, though he comes back and Brock gets the better traction, and that's a very good move by Brock. Very well defended. Jensen looking to maybe swing it up the inside here. Nope. Breaks early, maybe get a switch back here. No, doesn't happen for him. So Chris maintaining the gap to Vapor, it looks like, on this lap. Not, I guess with that slipstream we have Tyne in the pits.
No. Oh, sorry, Tyne.
It does catch you like that because it's a pit lane where you just go straight, isn't it? So
yeah, no,
Tying into the pits, he will be in for a set of medium tires.
So that's 21 laps, eh?
21 laps on mediums, Mitch. Now, I cannot say I'm an expert on the tires, but 21 laps seems like...
Oh, Pelli and CPT
Pelli right into the racing line. Was it a bad incident? Did you catch it?
Sort of it. I will have a bit later.
So
that's interesting. I think. Yeah, I don't know. Probably they were overtaking and.
Just maybe a bit of light contact.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say if Name Changer can extend this stint for a few more laps, we'll look at about maybe take these tires maybe lap 9, lap 10.
That's good, eh?
You know, he's halfway there now. I don't know what his tires are. He is looking to pit this lap. He continues. So I think Name Changer is going to stretch this and try put on the medium tires, because I said this to Chris and Jensen, and they shut me down in a party earlier, but I think you can go soft to medium. You have to be very careful but soft to medium, I think,
Yeah, I think.
does work. And Brock and Jensen side by side, a bit of contact, more
Yeah.
contact, and oh, two rivals looking to get things done. Jensen is into net P4 or net P5 once they all take a pit stop because Tyne is on that scarily quick medium tire.
Yeah, well, it's good for Jensen to pick up a fight with Brock and stuff like that, but to be honest, it's not helping Brock with name changer, eh? Just closing. Name changer second, eh? Sorry, I don't have my phone with
I
me.
think he is
Um,
second standings.
okay, then Jensen, you
So
third,
Chris now into the
more or less.
DRS of Vapor. Look,
Let's
if
go, Chris.
it's not bad, you know, he's in a good position,
It's
but
still,
if the
yeah.
guys do select that medium tire and Chris pits a few laps later onto a hard, I mean, I know what tire I'd rather be on, Mitch, because this medium tire looks very quick and Vapor's into the pit lane, and so is Name Changer. They've extended the
Oh,
stint
I
an
would,
extra 2 laps, so seems a bit more possible. Vapor has selected the hard compound.
I would say Chris just
Okay, so both onto the hards,
take
and
it
now
to the
Chris
soft.
has taken ascendancy.
Yeah. So
So
you got the three, Chris and Jensen and Brock, and Mikey is also there in fourth, and Postman,
Postman on the
STW,
hards is a
yes.
very big contender in this. I know he's
Oh
2.5 but
yes.
behind Jensen and Brock, but that's a very small gap. That is a very, very small gap.
Yeah, but Mike, do you think those? How long can the soft last around here? Like 4 laps or something like that?
Well, these guys are taking it 7, so
7. So okay, more or less, roughly depends how much you
I mean
push
on
into
lighter
qualifying.
fuel and stuff near the end, I think you could maybe push it to 10. I think definitely.
Okay,
I think it would
I
be.
will say I don't know. It's for these guys to do it, but I want to see more closer racing and stuff like that. Soft to medium, eh?
Yep.
Medium to soft.
It's going to be
Hopefully.
interesting to watch what happens, Mitch, for sure. I think Boastman is looking very scary on this medium. I mean, Chris
Hard
looks
to
a
say.
bit too out of reach from 6 seconds, but then when you think about it, Boastman's going to be on a softer medium tire where Chris will be on hard, so it might be possible.
Yeah, but yeah, true. But we will see. Time will tell.
Tom will exactly tell. Jensen is keeping the gap to Chris. It is staying about 4 seconds. So that just shows you how much time uh, Jensen lost sitting behind Brock.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at the moment, Chris isn't extending the gap. Jensen going off the delta is taking time off the gap. So he doesn't maybe deserve to be 4 seconds behind, but that's the luck of the draw, isn't it? If you mess around at the start, don't kind of perform the way you need to perform at the start, you're gonna lose that time. Chris, now that we're speaking of it, has extended the gap an extra 2 tenths. Name changer up to P8. Skarma is battling with him though, so this is some good wheel to wheel racing here. Name changer goes around the outside, and that is that move done and dusted.
Come on.
I don't think Tyne can take these tires to the end.
Let me have a look.
He's already on them 4 laps.
Oh, he's on the mediums, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
I remember on last
I
year's
really
game,
like
I
it.
used to do a medium to soft. And I'd pit around lap 19, lap 18. Now the softs do wear out an awful lot, but if you can stretch it on those mediums to the soft, you are so much quicker at the end. 2 seconds a lap. You saw the gap in qualifying, 1.5 seconds between Chris and Name Changer. Imagine what that is on lighter fuel in the race between a soft and a hard. It's going to be 2 seconds plus a lap. So Jensen took the gap down to Chris to 3.7 on that lap, which is a lot. And Brock is into the pits, so Brock is committing to the medium to hard. Where will he...
Medium to hard?
Yeah.
Oh, medium to hard. Sorry, I thought it was...
It's all good.
Brain is getting tired, eh?
Chris
But I won't
and
sleep,
Jensen ready to pit this lap, going off their pit limiters. Busman's fell back about 3 seconds on this lap. So Name Changer, albeit, right, having the hard on for an extra 4 laps it will be when Chris and Jensen pit. Only 4 laps older tire. He could still be in for the win here. It's going to be interesting to see how the softer compound works out. And maybe, just maybe, these guys of Chris and Jensen will come out into traffic like Brock has done so. Look at this. Pedro and JNTEX right in the way of Brock, and Jensen's pushing. Jensen is pushing a lot. 3.2 seconds now to Chris. Brock gets Pedro, and he will look to get JNTEX coming out of the chicane here. Vapor picks up a time penalty. So the gap between Name Changer and Brock is 3.3, 4.2. It's about 5 seconds. So he... Whoa! JNTEX moving well over there. He's blocked Brock, and I don't think Brock's going to be happy with that one. So the top 3 all in the pits. SPW... Well, not top 3. Top 3 and 4 all in the pits. Where will Chris come out in relation to Name Changer? If the gap's bigger than 5, it's going to be a tough one to close. So there goes Name Changer. There comes out Chris. Skarma is not going to be in the way of him, so he is about 6 seconds behind Name Changer. So that's going to be a tough gap to close. But the fresher hearts, what are these going to perform like? SPW has left the session. I will quickly send him an invite.
Okay, cool, man.
I'm sure he won't be happy that he's lagged out.
Yeah.
But there we go, I've sent him an invite. So, Chris, once he gets past...
He just
He gets past Vapor, and now all eyes ahead. 3.2 seconds. So I read the gap wrong. That is my mistake. 3.2 seconds is the gap to Name Changer. I was counting Name Changer's gap to time. But this 3 seconds is a gap he can definitely close up, and we have a yellow flag sector 1 and 2. SPW disqualified.
So I saw that the AI just like stopped him on track.
Okay.
Just stopped, like from doing 200 to 0.
Like
and,
instantly.
Like once he left, give it like 5-6 seconds, and then
Bang.
stopped him.
Interesting. I think definitely maybe some compensation there for Mr.
I think
SCW. But Chris closing the gap to Name Changer down to 4/10 on this lap, so looking good for Chris. We have a permanent yellow flag in Sector 2, right? As you will be sending moves, yellow flag Sector 2 and 3 now, so things may be moving on a little bit for us here. But Chris looking pretty rapid here. Brock did not get the undercut on Jensen, which is crucial to Jensen's race.
Yeah, so unlucky there for SPW, man. I think he will be
SPW, I
raging.
did invite you, bro, but you have been disqualified somehow.
Yeah,
There's a permanent yellow flag going around the track. Do you see that, Mitch?
Yeah, that's where SPW stopped, wasn't it? Or
It's
was
gone
it a
from
bit
Sector
more?
2 and it's slowly
Oh,
gone into
it's moving.
different... Watch it, it's like a snake. It's gonna move up now in a second to the next part of the track.
Yeah, I
Or is
see
it gonna
that.
disappear? No, there we go, it moved again.
Yeah.
SPW's rejoined then. I think he's gonna be pretty in shock that he won't be able to jump into his car.
Yeah, sorry SPW, man.
So, Brock all up on the back of Jensen here. Maybe on the hard tires, Brock has a bit more pace on Jensen. Maybe they're just warmed up compared to Jensen's, but Chris in the Haas definitely seems to have those tires warmed up and working for him. The gap now 2 seconds. That yellow flag is literally going around the
Yeah,
entire track.
it's crazy, man.
So Brock chasing down Jensen here, not able to get the lap complete. So SPW's car has just been disqualified for no reason.
Nuts, man.
So Boastman straight out in the lead. There's SPW left and there's the yellow flag gone. I don't know. That's a weird one for me.
Maybe
I've never seen
SPW.
the game disqualify someone who's left the session.
Yeah, it's silly, eh?
Maybe.
Um,
But Brock looking to use his overtake down the start-finish straight. Maybe catch Jensen out here, and he sets the fastest lap in doing so. So Brock looking pretty quick on these hards. Even Chris has not set as fast a lap as Brock. Now Brock does have the added bonus of slipstream, and a DRS, but we'll see now. Sector 1, he's a tenth up again, so he's looking very quick. He didn't get the greatest run onto the straight. Jensen is burning through the ERS, so is Brock, but Jensen still with a slight advantage. So Chris and Name Changer's gap slowly going down. It's gone back up about 3/10 there on that little mini straight, but this battle I think is going to be more down to the end of the race. Let's see what happens, because I don't know, it's a weird gap. It's staying the same now currently. JNTEX gets around the outside of Mikey. Good move by JNTEX. JNTEX has his overtake button stuck on yet again. Oh no, he got it off this time. Nice. So Jensen seemingly pulling away from Brock this lap. The gap definitely not as close as it was. Oh, Mikey gets back past JNTEX and into P8. So a nice wee battle forming there, Mitch.
yeah, no, it is, really. Yeah, so we will see how everything goes. What about 11 laps to go.
Yep, 11 laps to go. With Chris chasing down Name Changer. The gap staying similar at the moment. Now, I don't know if Name Changer's pushing the tyres. Is Chris saving the tyres for a bit later? I don't know just yet, but we'll see very shortly, that is for sure.
Yeah.
Name Changer, wait,
Chris.
do you
Yeah,
think
go.
Tyne can go another 10 laps on these tyres? And look, Boastman's into the pits. What tyre does he select? It's going to be the medium, so he's going to come out about Mikey close to Jensen and thing. There goes Jensen and Brock. What will the gap be? Looks about 7 seconds. 5, 6, 6.2, 6.4, 6.6. Oh, Tyne's pit. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, so Tyne, the 2-stop is not worked out for Tyne, that is for sure.
Yeah.
But
he's
Boastman, 6.7 seconds behind Brock and Jensen, and Jensen's broke the DRS of Brock, so a lot happening right now, Mitch.
Yeah, I see that, man. Really.
Vapor, if he did not pick up that penalty, he maybe could have held on to P3. But with the gap that is Vapor, Jensen and Brock, I think Boastman maybe could snatch a podium here.
Yeah, I think so. He is going to be flipping rapid around on those tires, man, really. Him and Tan as well, but I think mainly Boastman.
Tyne's best position he can maybe hope for is P7. I think 10 seconds or so to close down is just too much. 5.8 though, on the other hand, you know, it's a lot more doable. You'd be asking Tyne to do 2 seconds a lap, while you're asking Boastman to do... Well, you're asking Tyne maybe 1 second a lap, Mitch? Do you think he could average that out? Boastman, when you think about it, only has to improve by half a tenth a lap.
Yeah, I know.
Or half a second. I miss it. But Boastman not gaining right now. The gaps seem to be a little buggy today. Have you noticed that? They seem to go up and down an awful lot. Chris and Name Changer's gap staying... Oh, it's always up and down between 1.4 and 1.5. Tyne gets past Mikey before the straight. Vapor defending from Jensen. With
so
Brock
at the moment there's a few drivers have penalties. We'll say what? No, not even half.
Oh, and Name Changer picks up a time penalty, and that is that done.
Come on. Chris, keep it clean, man.
Chris can pick up his first win of the season.
Yeah, let's just hope, man. Long as he stays there. Chris, do you think those fresher tires will help? Of course. Like 4 laps difference.
Definitely. He only has to chill now. He only has to chill, that's for sure. But there we go. Boastman fast slapping at a gap, 4.5 seconds. And that he's improved by 1 second on the cars in front in that 1 lap. So that is exactly where he needs to be. So Mitch, do you think Boastman can get this position? I think he can. Vapor picks up another time penalty, and that's him done for. Jensen pulling out of slipstream. Vapor lets him pass, and that is Jensen up to P3, and Jensen picks up a time penalty. And now Brock is the man looking to get that penalty podium. Jensen, a guy that's more known for picking up podiums from other people's penalties is now going to lose his podium because of a penalty. So this is going to get interesting. Can Jensen take a 3-second gap to Brock? I don't know if he can. That's going to be an awful lot of work to put in 7 laps. Boastman, I don't know what's happening with Boastman. He doesn't seem to be rapid right now. He's not gaining as much as we maybe thought he would.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Can Vapor almost inadvertently help Brock here with just staying in the DRS of Jensen?
Yeah, I think you can.
The gap between Name Changer and Chris going up. So Name Changer definitely pushing more than Chris. We will check Chris's warnings actually just to see what the state is. 1 warning on the first lap for Chris. So he's looking pretty safe.
Yeah,
we'll check Name Changer 2. So he's on 1 warning after his penalty. Brock has had 3 warnings but not received a penalty. So Brock 1 warning away from a penalty. Gets up into P4 and which will be a net P3. And look at this, Jensen. What? How is Jensen closed the gap from 3 seconds to 1.4 seconds on Chris?
That's strange, man.
So, how quick has Jensen been going, or how slow have Name Changer and Chris been going? This is an awfully weird situation. I didn't even notice how close that gap was.
Yeah, I didn't also.
But Jensen, if he didn't get that penalty, could have fought for the win here. Tyne takes fast lap, and Boastman is not gaining at all what he needs to do to get into a podium position right now. Brock just needs to sit behind Jensen. Now, he could go for P2 and the win, but maybe if he can let Jensen maybe do 1 more good lap, get him in the DRS of Chris, and then use Jensen, overtake Jensen, and then maybe just bully Chris out of the way, he could take the win. But Chris is catching up to Name Changer now, and I don't know what's gonna happen here, Mitch, but
yeah, I don't know about it's really. I just hope it's gonna be good, man, because
Chris will be in the
tears
DRS of Name Changer at the end of this lap. Jensen not gaining as much on this lap as he did on previous laps, but the gap between Chris and Name Changer and the gap between Jensen and Chris seems to be about the same, always ever changing. But here we go, Brock is now going to be looking at P2, that's for sure. Though it is quite a close gap. What's Chris's ERS like? 30%. Jensen is doing better with ERS than Chris. He does get in 1 second, just outside of it actually. And we have a yellow flag in sector 1, and that is going to be Mikey. Don't want to lie, I was kind of hoping for a safety car there just to see panic station for a lot of the drivers there. But Jensen now in the DRS of Chris, and I don't think we'll see Jensen go for a move. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Though that 3-second time penalty, if if he wants to maybe think about his own race here, he maybe does go for the move.
Yeah, maybe he will, to be honest, but
hope Chris picks up a time penalty while you're going for the move or something. I don't know. But at the moment, Chris is the net P1.
I hope so, man.
Bosterman's got that gap down to Vapor to 3.2. Brock is now outside the slipstream and DRS of Jensen. The gaps here ever changing. Jensen now within 6/10 of Chris, so he's definitely quicker than Chris, that's for sure. If he didn't pick up that time penalty,
where would he be, man?
Yeah, where would he be? He'd be looking at the win. I'm sure of it.
No, for sure. I think so
But
too.
he's still on the back of Chris. Nothing much happening as of yet. Chris is just failing to get inside the DRS of Name Changer. Let's check the penalties. Chris not picked up an extra warning since. Jensen has not picked up a warning since. Name Changer has not picked up a warning since we last checked. Brock still not got a warning. So it's very, very interesting what will happen here.
Yeah, so if this stays how it is, game will give driver of the day probably to most likely to Boasty, and just have to think of what we come near the end, Mike. What we're gonna do as a comments box, but yeah, no, it's looking good. A lot of people dropped off.
Oh, Chris is in the DRS of Name Changer, and that should see Name Changer picks up another 3-second time penalty. So now Jensen will get P3.
Come on, Chris.
It will be Chris. Chris should win the race now from here. Brock should get P2 and Jensen P3.
Yes.
So Chris's first win for a long time match is coming, and I can't even remember the last time he won a race.
Yeah, I can't remember, man. Like, did he win last season at all?
I don't think so.
But I think, remember in the previous season, Singapore, I don't know, or maybe USA or something like that, but I remember Singapore, if I'm not mistaken.
Vapor's in the pits, maybe going to go for the fast lap. That promotes Jensen onto the... Oh, well, he was on the podium, but now... Oh, and we have Pelly come out onto the track. Maybe just frightening one or two of the drivers here. You can see Brock's picking up an awful lot of dirty air off that Ferrari car. Now, Brock could maybe use Pelly here. I mean, double slipstream down the back straight. Ah, Pelly lets him through. So there goes that plan. But Chris is going to want to get this move done on track.
He's going to go, man. But just think carefully.
He's going to get it done this lap. Into the lead. Easy as you like. So with 2 laps to go, Chris
just
leads the way.
Down, Chris.
Name Changer not looking to get the move done. Brock falling back, but still looking at P2 at the moment. Boastman is well and truly fallen off. The tyres just not working for him. His hard pace was much better than his medium pace. So Jensen I think this is how it's gonna end now, Mitch.
Yeah.
Nothing is gonna change in the next 2 laps due to positions. So
Yeah,
Pelly picks
hopefully
up
nothing
another
bad
time penalty.
happens, man. To be
Nothing
honest,
bad
like,
should happen, Mitch. Nothing bad should happen. So, do we have
well,
any fights
just pray,
down
man.
the
Just pray.
midfield? We have Jelly looks to be on the back of Stormer. Wow, we must say Pedro also not second last.
Yes, Pedro.
A good day for the Haas team. It
Oh
looks like.
yes, no, for sure. We will see in a lapse time, for sure. And then the champagne is bottles are coming out, and we are gonna cheers to Chris. Yes.
Most
So yeah.
definitely.
Oh, name changer.
Name changer's
He
lost
he had
it.
that burst tire, burst
And he's
tire.
lost the front left
Oh,
tire.
okay.
And that
Now
will
what?
mean Brock will most definitely now get P2 because I don't see him falling 3 seconds away from Jensen.
Oh, gosh. So he was 4 laps older than Chris and Jensen and yeah, tires.
Name changer gets a
Oh,
5 second. So
okay.
the puncture, name changer had a thing there last season for punctures around about this time in the season. Will it happen to him again, Mitch?
Yeah, you just don't
Austria
know.
and Britain. Vapor
Shakes, man.
sets the fast lap and it locks all locked in and done for Chris.
Oh, bro. Okay. So we know who the game is going to give, but oh, I think Chris, it's been a long time coming, man. Like, remember Singapore, you dominated that. But yeah, I don't know.
Definitely, we
But
will have to chat about that later. But Chris, into what will be his final few corners. Just don't pick up any warning now. He almost
yeah, please,
does
please,
so.
please.
But it will be B1
Yes.
for Chris. Don't go over the blue line. It does get you a penalty. And Chris wins. Brock P2
Yes.
and Jensen P3.
Not bad, not bad, man. Okay, so
Boastman P4. If you can add Chris and
yeah,
Jensen to the
okay,
party.
Chris
Tyne
Jensen,
P5. Vapor will come
players.
home for P6.
Yes. Mr. Chris and Mr. Jensen. Okay.
Mikey will come home for P7. Jelly
Okay,
on his
not bad,
return
man.
will come
Like,
in at P8. And JMTEX P10. Pedro P12. Lewis
yes.
gonna be P13.
Yes. Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
We'll get
Yes.
to use in a minute, guys. We're just making sure we get the final results.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I can grab a drink.
CPT O'Reilly P14 and Pelly will round out the grid at P15. So we will start with Jensen, just get you out of the way. P3 Jensen, I have a feeling if you did not get that penalty you maybe could have went for more. Do you agree?
I could have possibly won that, but yeah, it was my issue there with the penalty. But you know, it's how it is.
Definitely.
And still very happy with P3 in the
Yeah.
end.
P6 on the grid to P3, so you have to your grid position, so you must be happy
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
racing fight
do
with
you
Brock as
think
well.
maybe staying behind, I think Brock at the start cost you in any way? Just you lost a lot of time under
It
that.
was costing me a few seconds in the first stint for sure. To the guys, I knew I had the pace because I was almost bridging the DRS gap. He was keeping with Vint. Like I had 100% energy behind him, ready to deploy. And when I saw him make the overtake on Mikey, I thought he would let off. So I sensed opportunity there, and probably one of my best
Definitely.
overtakes I've made.
Yeah, it was definitely a good overtake. But we'll jump on to the man of the hour, Mr. P1,
Hello.
Mr. Bottle Job
Yes.
2.0. Chris, you have
Yes.
what seems like in the first win for forever. You've finally
Yes.
done it. You've broken your
Yes.
curse from the Renault days, and
Eventually.
I mean, everything went your way today. You were feeling confident going in. I mean, you drove a perfect race. I mean, I don't really know what to ask you. That didn't look like there was ever doubt in your mind in whether you were going to win or not. I think you just hit the nail on the head at every corner.
Yep, it was aye. It felt probably the best race I've raced in a long time. I got one early warning at the start of the race, just at turn one, because I was trying not to cut Jensen up, and then after that it was just pretty plain sailing. Cleared Mikey kind of as and when I expected to do so, and then it was just a case of chasing the
Head
guys down in
down.
front.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I couldn't really have asked for anything differently, to be honest.
Definitely.
Kudos to Jensen though. I will say he looked like he had the stronger car, and we spoke about this while we were racing. He definitely looked faster in the second half of that hard stint. And I
Yeah.
asked him, do you think if you clear me, you can clear Name Changer in the pen? And Jensen said, no, he's not going to fight me, just allow me, because I was penaltyless. So
Yeah,
kudos to Jensen for that. Because he
definitely.
was well entitled to go and try and clear with Brock hot in his heels as well, so it was aye, it was
Definitely.
a good evening for sure.
Yeah.
No,
So, yeah,
that's
you have Austria tomorrow. I mean, we're expecting you to be back at your best now. What do you kind of feel? Do you think you'll be speaking us again
I
tomorrow?
mean, you would say try and keep up the momentum, but it only really you either win again or it gets worse, doesn't it? So I'm
hopefully
happy
not,
to
mate.
just keep plugging away at the top fives. I know I've got some tracks that I'll be stronger at, i.e. tonight. A couple of tracks near the end of the season, but if I can maintain the consistency and keep myself in the top five, it'd be just nice to get on a run of races like that again.
Yeah, definitely. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of all we got to say. I mean, it was a perfect race for Chris. Jensen unlucky with a penalty. Name changer
Yeah.
obviously got a puncture near the end, I think. So I think everything just went your way today, Chris, and I think you can definitely come out of that feeling good.
Relieved.
Yeah, I mean, it's been definitely a long time coming, and it's finally happened. So definitely enjoy it. Our
I
driver
will.
of the day today from Comms, Mitch. I'm gonna give it to Brock. I think he did a good job to stick with Jensen, and a good day overall for him to grab P2. Mitch, do you have anything to add before I wrap up the stream?
Yeah, congrats, guys. Chris, outstanding drive, man. Yeah,
Thank you.
good. Yeah, good job, guys. Yeah. Okay, that's fine, Mike. Awesome,
Right,
man.
no problem. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time for Austria. We do hope you come and join us. But again, congratulations to Chris, Jensen, and Brock on the podiums and the wins.